Hello fellow Trovians, welcome back to another one. This is going to be a patch notes video for the PTS, which is hopefully coming to consoles and PC really soon. So we'll have a quick look at these patch notes and see what's actually happening in U10. So we'll skip with the hi folks and whatever and get straight into it. Please smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. So we have got Geode Topside Adventure Worlds. 3 new worlds can be found on the Atlas, linked in the Geode Hub. A U10, U9 and U10 versions of Geode Topside Worlds. Really good. The Geode Topside Worlds have 3 biomes: the Cerise Sandsea, the Hollow Dunes and the Weathered Wastelands. 1 and 5-star dungeons can be found throughout these biomes, which is really good. Super excited. Outposts can also be found throughout these biomes. These offer several outpost adventures and can be used to loot collect unwanted items. This is because cornerstones cannot be summoned in the Geode Topside Adventure Worlds. This might cut down on lag and stuff, which is really good, but it also means that you're going to have to pop to these outposts to loot collect your items. Verdium and nitroglycerine can also be found scattered throughout these Geode Topsides. This is a new crafting material. Both of them are. The Geode Topside is affected by daily bonuses, which is exactly the same as Trove, which is going to be really good. Recipes have been added to the Crystallology workbench that require materials from the Geode Topside, which the workbench is in the Geode Sanctuary. PTS now, these costs for these recipes are not final, so it's all subject to change there. 5-star dungeons are a new type of dungeon found exclusively in Geode Topside Adventure Worlds. Enter the dungeon and find the dark art within, interact with it and spawn the cursed ghouls and bosses. Defeat all cursed ghouls and bosses within the time limit to get an extra reward. Brilliant. 2 new stats, which is light and dark. So we have got 2 new stats have been introduced: light and darkness. Light can be found on crystal equipment and cosmic gems, which is going to be your little gems and your empowered gems. Light cannot be removed from these items. Darkness is only found on monsters inhabiting the Geode Topside Adventure Worlds. Light is required to overcome their darkness and damage them. So this is going to be a tiered thing between 8, 9 and 10, where it's probably 50 to start damaging in U8. I'm putting it out there, this is just speculation, but I know that U10 you need a minimum of 3000 light to hurt the enemies there, so it is going to be a tiered thing where you're going to have to get to U8, do your grinding in there, get your gear, gems, then upgrade to U9 and then U10. Gems. All new lesser gems of shadow rarity and above now have stats consistent with either fierce or arcane gems. Fierce gems will always grant physical damage, and arcane gems will grant magic damage. So we've got 2 different gem types now. We've got physical and magical. So once you drop a physical gem, you will not be able to re-roll it into magic. You'll just be able to change the other stats on it apart from light. A fierce gem can never be re-rolled to magic damage stat, and an arcane gem can never be re-rolled into physical damage stat, which is what I've just said. Gems can no longer crack while leveling. Because of this, jade clovers can no longer be used while leveling gems. Jade clovers can still be converted into glistening horseshoes on the adventurer's crafting bench. Gems now have a higher chance to both naturally level up and double level up while leveling, which is why they've got rid of jade clovers. Cosmic gems. A new type of gem has appeared, which is cosmic gems, which we all knew about. We was calling it earth gems before, but it isn't. So lesser common gems can only come from cosmic gem boxes, which is farmed in the geode surface. and are no longer available in gem boxes of Prime Worlds. So all your Prime gems, your Shadow Gem boxes are no good. Empowered Cosmic Gems can drop from existing Empowered Gem boxes, so save your Empowered Gem boxes, guys. I've been saving for quite a while, I've got quite a few of them. 4 new abilities have been introduced to Empowered Cosmic Gems. Let's have a quick look at them. We've got the Berserker Battler. Damaging enemies causes a frenzied state, adding a small increase to attack speed and light. Continued damage to enemies extends the frenzied state until it causes a berserk state, greatly increasing attack speed and light. So this is like if you've got constant damage on an enemy, this is all I'm thinking about is major bosses, which is Shadow Towers, that increases speed and light, because if you're high enough power rank, you'll be killing enemies quite quick, hopefully. Flower Power, taking damage has a chance to spawn a blast flower which will decay and explode, damaging nearby enemies. Not too sure about that one. So we've got the Imperium Barrier, periodically applies a shield that reduces incoming damage. When the shield is destroyed, it explodes, damaging nearby enemies. Still unsure about that one. And the Vampirian Vanquisher, dealing critical hits has a chance to increase movement speed and cause the next hit to leech health. Now the best one out of those 4 to me is going to be the Berserker Battler. Summoning Amberine on the Rally of Heroes will offer an adventure to find 5 Cosmic Gem boxes in any Geode topside world. Amberine's spawn rate and rarity has been adjusted to match similar heroes, so this means you'll still be able to do club adventures in the Geode topside, which is good. I'm glad they've thought about that as well. So, Crystal Rarity. Crystal hats, faces and weapons can now drop from lair and dungeon chests in Geode topside adventure worlds. There are 3 tiers of Crystal Rarity: Crystal 1, 2 and 3. Crystal 2 equipment can only be found in U9 and above, and Crystal 3 equipment can only be found in U10. So like I say, it is going to be a leveling system where you do U8, get some gear, go up a level to U9, get some better gear, and then go into U10, which is quite good in my opinion, because it means a little bit of longevity to the Geode topside. Crystal equipment can have 1 to 5 stars. The star level of the crystal item can be upgraded at the forge, which is probably going to be best only until you get the U10 tier 3 stuff. Stellar and crystal equipment returns pearls when deconstructed, so there'll be no more use for pearls once you've fully upgraded your gear, but also it does give your pearls back. Like for me, when I'll be going in with my Neon Ninja, I'll be able to deconstruct all the stellars that he's wearing, get the pearls back, put them onto the U8 tier 1 gear, deconstruct that when I'm going up into the next gear, when I get the next gear, and so on. So, which is really good, saves spending loads on pearls, to be honest. Crystal equipment drops with a new crystal style for each equipment slot. Different styles. Magic Find works different for crystal rarity, with higher values of Magic Find will still increase the chance of finding crystal rarity items. So obviously the more Magic Find that you've got, the higher the chance of getting tier 3 gear. Even players with low Magic Find values should regularly find equipment of crystal rarity, which is going to be good for everybody. A new expertise thread to explain gems has been added to the expertise tab of the adventures activity, which is obviously your adventures tab. This is available for all players above level 10. Complete the gems thread for experience a stellar mask and Gemsley, which is a new rare alloy and a new badge, which is going to be good for the mastery. Of course, guys, I love the mastery. A new expertise thread to assist players access the geode topside is now available at 5000 power rank, so you'll get a bit of a little quest for that as well, which hopefully I'll be doing as well, which is really good. And this is one thing that I noticed on the PTS. The Atlas can now be accessed from anywhere through the Atlas hotkey, which is Control A, which is obviously going to be for the PC players, but with us on the PS4 and the Xbox, it will be in your options tab. The Atlas is still physical, accessible at the Trove hub. The Atlas has also replaced the Trove portal in the Geode hub. New in the store is the Augmented Maniac Pack. Contains a tradable Sun and Moon Stellar Aura, a tradable Tome, which is the Empowered Gem Box, which most of us have got, but for you that haven't got it, it's there. 5 class gem keys, 20 empowered gem boxes, 200 gem booster boxes, 200 lustrous gem boxes, and 20 builder's superior focus. Now, to me, that's a massive pay to win thing, but let's see how much it comes on the store for. This is also a very good thing that I noticed on PTS. Dragon coin boosts. There are 50, 100 and 250 dragon coin boosts, which will double all dragon coins received from any source until the 50, 100 or 250 coins have been doubled, which is no longer a time thing with most things in Trove. So you can get this and you can use it as your leisure, either doing the activities or opening dragon cache, which is really good. Note these boosts cannot be stacked, which you wouldn't want them to stack anyway, would you really? Greater Geode topside caches are now available in the store on the Geode tab. Get valuable Geode topside crafting materials, gem augments or rarely tradable mounts, alloys, tomes and costumes. I don't know whether those are the ones that's already in Geode or whether it's going to be a lot of new stuff. So let's carry on. Buy 33 and earn a glowing Geode topside cache, which will always contain a rare result from the greater Geode topside caches. The Amperian Dragon Packs, Resistor Dragon Pack and the Greater Neon Caches have been retired from the store. They may return later or on special occasions. That's just saying that they've gone. The store now has a new tab where new available products will appear. J clovers have been removed from most areas of the store and replaced with the appropriate amount of glistening horseshoes instead. The J clover tome is still available, so you'll still be able to do your tome if you've already got it, or buy it and change the clovers to horseshoes. They should have just changed the J clover one to horseshoes, a horseshoe tome, in my opinion. But Starbar, reach for the stars. The Starbar can now be filled multiple times each day, up to 5 in total, which is fantastic. The first time the Starbar is filled each day will grant non-patrons 500 qubits and 500 flux. Patrons will get 1500 qubits and 1500 flux. So for the next 4 times after that, non-patrons will get 100 qubits and a star glint pinata. Patrons will get 300 qubits and 2 star glint pinatas. Now I've also thrown these pinatas on the PTS and they are like shadow pinatas or party pinatas. They give you flux and shapestone and stuff like that. Dragons. 2 new dragons have been added to Trove. Horandir, Arms of the Goddess, can be crafted by acquiring a dormant Lightspear dragon egg and a dormant Darkshield dragon egg and crafting them together at the Dragon Crucible. This dragon can also be acquired using a dragon effigy. Fiscondir, Seura of the Sandsea, can be crafted by acquiring Sandsea Seura dragon egg fragments from Verdium and Nitroglycerine or On the geode top side, this dragon can also be acquired by using a dragon effigy. And we have got a lot of spear styles that's come into the game. Let's just cycle through all that. Additional updates. A new loading screen featuring some awesome fan art, which is actually really good loading screens. It's better than the boring loading screens that are on now, to be honest. Helmets that match leveling costumes now unlock at 10, 20 and 30 for every class. So if you've leveled up quite a few classes, you'll get some mastery from that. Daily challenges for Friday will now run 6 Luminopolis rampages on the half hour throughout the day and will not run rampages on the hour. So for us that are missing rampages, we know when them gonna come. On a Friday, of course. Lustrous gem boxes no longer contain gem dust. Well, thank God for that. We want the focuses, not the dust. Anyway, newly crafted ring boxes now automatically loot to the inventory when opened rather than needing to be thrown and then looted. Existing ring boxes will continue to work in the previous fashion, so throwing them and then picking them back up. Glorious Gladiator now also unlocks after 500 Bomber Royale kills. This change is retroactive, so if you've already done 500 kills, you will get the Glorious Gladiator, which I'm sure is going to be a style. The Builder's crafting bench has been updated. Most crafting benches have been moved to this bench for clarity's sake. The mount crafting station has been added to help make it clearer where new players should go to craft mounts. Additionally, additional information has been added to some tradable mount items, which is really good. Save having mounts all over the place that you got to craft. It is good to have a mounts crafting station, so I'm happy with that fix. Fixed the character sheet bug where there was a clickable area blocking most of the tome icon. Favourite companions now have a header name in faves and stuff. Loot can now be picked up individually underwater. A notification message now appears in the chat window when a I always get stuck with this word, requillery or companion egg is ready to open, which I suppose is good. Fixed a crash when moving a large number of items between chests. Fixed a crash that could occur when switching crafting stations during the crafting progress. Fixed a crash that could occur when trying to place a mag rail at the maximum height of the club world. Fixed a crash that could occur when a ball collided with a mag rail. Fixed an issue that was affecting club stability, which is absolutely brilliant. Fixes the crashes when coming into club, that sounds like. Community chests no longer function due to their ability to assist economic woes. Community chests should just be removed anyway, in my opinion. Increased the size of hidden subterranean forbidden spires cinema veins. Dealing damage after death in Bomber Royale no longer adds to the damage listing in the scoreboard. Fixed several cases where bombs thrown outside of the Bomber Royale could count as a bomb thrown in Bomber Royale. Cubic Curtain gem no longer persists after switching class. The recipe to craft Vanguardian class can now additionally be found in the Chaos Crafter. It still requires the same materials to craft, which is where it should have been all along, shouldn't it, guys? Fixed an issue that could cause run and gun for the gunslinger to stack multiple times, eventually leading to attacks being slower than normal speed. Way fixed at last. Fixed a rare bug where Shadow Tower portals would become confused and drop players in other instances of Shadow Towers. Now I've had that quite a few times, and it's quite like, hey, am I in the right one or not? Anyway, the popular selection of club worlds will now start populating based on Homeworld Heart likes from this point forward, which is obviously in the hub. Reduced memory usage in the credit screen and improved scrolling. Added a 10 times purchase option to Trove Wonders merchant save some wrist pain, yeah. Because if you're going to Trove Wonders, you're either buying a couple or you're buying multiples, which is, I suppose it's really good. corrected some missing particle effects for the Neon Ninja Digital Demon and the Masked Mercenary costume. The sail for the automatic frigate is now visible in collections, which is good. The automatic frigate now has a cannon, which is really good, and added a what's new option on the console main menu to link to the most recent patch notes in the web browser. Now, to me, guys, all these patch is absolutely fantastic. There does seem to be a little bit of pay to win in there, but all the patch notes read really good to me, and what I've seen on PTS at the moment is absolutely brilliant. So I cannot wait for these to be implemented in the game. To be honest, this is a really good thing that GameGo and the Trove team are doing. This is all good news, all really good news. And there has been, over the last couple of days since it's been released on PTS, there has been some patches to a few bugs that's already in it. So all this is really good news to me, guys. They are working on the game, them improving the game, and U10 is on its way, which I cannot wait for. I'm gonna be buying Patreon and everything to get back into Trove. I have been doing quite a bit lately in Trove this weekend, and I can't wait to be hitting Trove every day again. So please, guys, give the thumbs up if this improved your knowledge of Trove. It's certainly improved mine. And guys, thanks for checking out this, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.